IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Shatterguard.com.au, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
With the season now extended by a week, crunch time is becoming ever more crucial for all our 5 teams in the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. And round 22 of a now 24-round season is going to be all or nothing for the teams competing tonight. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Perth Ice Arena for round 22 of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League here on Front Row Screen Sport, your number one in 2021. And our opening clash for tonight's action is between the sides in third and fourth. The Vikings, they are on 14 points from 14 games with a goal difference of -6. The Blackhawks, they were valiant last week against the Flyers Blue but were overrun. They are on 10 points from their 15 games. We'll talk about the season extension later tonight, but both sides, first of all, last week were on the losing end. The Blackhawks, they played slow defensive game for about 45 minutes last week and then led early in the third period but were overwhelmed by the Flyers Blue aggression. 3-1 at home in Coburn. The effort was there, but unfortunately the result wasn't. The Vikings, they went goal for goal against the Flyers Orange last week with Captain Kudla leading from the front. The Ryan Langell goal late, though, sunk the Vikings, but both sides now will be hungry for victory. Of course, if the Vikings win, third place will be theirs for the taking, and that'll mean the Blackhawks will have to fight with the Sharks for fourth, given that the Sharks are going to be playing later tonight against the Flyers Blue. The Blackhawks, defensively, they looked a lot tied up in guarding the entries towards the doorstep. Cuthbert and Neal, they formed a solid wall in defence. Likewise for Drew Robson. They must do it again against this Vikings side who like to score. Benny Williams, he's been slightly flat. He has not put a lot on the scoreboard in his last 2 games. As a matter of fact, Benny Williams has only scored 1 goal. But he has to present himself in prime position to get those late tip-ins. He can have a good slap shot on the outside, but he needs to present himself in best position. For the Vikings, David Kudla, he's going to be massive tonight. He's playing some of his best ice hockey of his career since he was appointed captain. He provided some great acts of courage and even set up a few crucial goals in their loss to the Flyers Orange last week, and they're starting to get their scoring in order. Kudla and Piefer, they can convert on those big entries inside the doorstep. They're going to have to outplay the Blackhawks from the inside of the slot, so it will be crucial for them as well. The Vikings have had 3 meetings so far, and each have had 1 different result. 1 win, 1 tie, and 1 loss. So both sides will be eager to break the deadlock tonight. A big thanks to our title sponsor, CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers. Great to have them on board for the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. Shatterguard for the power plays. And of course our media partners, Front Row Screens. Front Row Screens Sport, your number one in 2021, the best in the business, as teams are about to gather now in their huddles for the last words. Jason McMahon leading the Blackhawks and Sean Cookson in charge for the Vikings. Now, Corey Booton, he is still not playing in tonight's game. There's going to be Dylan Dewar, usually one of the net tenders for the Sharks. He will be taking to the crease for the Vikings tonight, wearing number 70. And also, the Vikings will also be wearing black armbands tonight. Of course, the grandfather of Connor Natman sadly passed away. We do send our best wishes to the Natman family at this time. And hopefully the Vikings will give Natman's grandfather a great tribute with a victory tonight. The Blackhawks, well, they're needing a win as well to keep alive the fight for third place. With 3 rounds to go, it is now. It'll be important for both sides to get off to a really good start. Watch out for a couple of Blackhawks players in particular. Spencer has done well on the defensive side. But also a couple of new players, some of the new guard for the Vikings. Natman in particular, Skylar Lou, wearing number 60. But also those established stars, Denko, Levesque, also Spencer and Hamilton and Jamie McDonald are now breaking up from the huddle. So to start things off, Kudla as captain, Levesque wearing 97. Will be Hamilton. And of course, Dylan Dewar taking to the gloves as goaltender. Roble will start things off for the Blackhawks, along with Tomic Sack I think it is. As the puck is about to drop. Round 22 of a now extended season is just about on here at the Perth Ice Arena. We are on. Kazala and Hamilton with the first face-off. And it's go time. The Blackhawks straight away get that first entry through Grover. Just wide of the post. Quick-paced action to start things off. Here's Captain Kudla from behind the goal line. He now breaks out from defence. The pass out wide intended for McDonald, but it's onto open ice. And they'll get on with it. Grover and Levesque going hard at it. Grover won it out. Behind the goal line, Sack and McDonald. McDonald in front. He's going to go back to centre point where Kudla will steady it. He shoots. Off the pads are smart. Now the Blackhawks away immediately, but wasting possession of the puck when they go to the outer wing. Kudla onto the outer wing now. Hamilton. He goes cross ice, leaves it open for Piefer. Piefer goes long from left point. And Charlie Smart stopping it in his tracks inside the crease. A nice even start for both sides in the early minutes of this game. The first minute on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Things getting underway again. Tobin winning the face-off, and the Vikings are able to clear it to the outer wing. Blackhawks needing to set up that turnover in order to get those easy chances. Hamilton with the backhander. Williams up against Moffat. Moffat won it out, pushed back. The referee calling a stoppage on that one. And it looks as though it is against the Vikings. And it is Moffat who's going to spend some time in the penalty box. So the first of our Shutterguard power plays in effect. And so the puck will be taken all the way back.
This is going to be fun.
To the Blackhawks attacking zone for the first of the 5-on-4 scenarios.
I didn't think that would be the first ref. I thought the other ref would call it.
It was a quarter
Spencer
of a second.
and Davidson
Didn't
on the
even
outer
close
circle.
my hand on it.
Bit of obstruction there. Davidson going off prematurely. He thrusts it forward. Here comes Natman. Almost got cleaned up by Davidson, but that was well done to allow Cuthbert to take possession of the puck. He gets checked out of it. The long shot off the post from right point. Natman in his own player. Comes out to Davidson. Flicks it away. Here comes Williams. Shoots. Good save, Dewar, but they get it back now. Neal. Very eager to penetrate the slot. Backhander from behind the goal line. Great play by Sedenko to clear the goal line. Robson nearly gets taken out by Sedenko. He's had 3 plays in about 4 seconds.
Attaboy, Jenny, attaboy.
Blackhawks drag it back to the defensive zone.
Good work, Jenny, good work.
Changes on the fly will allow the Blackhawks to reassess. Going straight through centre ice. Couldn't bypass Ratcliffe Smith. Towards the boards. Rebounding. The Blackhawks playing back and forth with the Vikings now. Kudla. As this power play is in full swing. Open ice pass from way out yonder towards the net. Smart easily pads it off. And finds Williams. Direct pass towards Campbell, but he couldn't maintain control. Piefer will steady things now. Cross ice, back onto the defensive zone. The Blackhawks are away again. Sack. Ooh, got a bit hesitant there, but great play. Bypassing Kudla. Sack goes for the long shot. Padded off by Dewar. Dewar wearing the number 70 tonight, in place of Corey Booton, who usually now wears 99. Sack transfers the puck to the centre. Clever backhander out to Neal. He shoots. Clutched inside the crease. Dewar, that's a good save under pressure. The face-off will commence on the outer circle. Both sides, they're going to make some changes. The power play clock continues to be chewed up. And so the Vikings will likely kill this one off. And the Blackhawks will have to settle for a shutout unless Sack can do something about it. Neal off the pads of Dewar. The penalty's killed off. Vikings back at full strength now. Sack from left point over the crossbar. Kazala couldn't get that one in. Well played by McDonald. Keeps it in front. Towards the house, but offside. Whistle blew just before the shot was made. And unlucky for the Vikings, McDonald in particular, he was on a breakout from defence, maintained possession. Go to the CD Dodd replay for the first time. As we see here, nice little hoist to the advantage of McDonald, but there. Unfortunately, Levesque on the right-hand side of your screen was a bit too far in front And the referee spot on with that decision, as they have been for all of the season thus far. They're doing a great job, our referees, as Levesque penetrates the centre towards the post. Didn't get that one to go. The Blackhawks right away, pushing forward. They're playing a lot more of an attacking game thus far. In contrast to last Friday night over in Coburn, they slowed down the tempo for much and took the lead early late in the third, but they could not sustain it. But the Blackhawks are going in with a quicker tempo as Sack takes it towards the left post, shoots, rebound by Kazala, almost. Natman plays it from the goal line, gets checked out, cross ice to Kazala, again another chance going begging. Natman in a 2-on-1, Sack and Kazala hounding him, but Natman again clears out from the goal line, finding McDonald, cross ice Levesque. Penetrates the doorstep, shoots, and Smart shields it inside the crease. Good play by the Vikings. In the end, Charlie Smart on the last line, stopping it inside the crease. We go to the CD Dodd replay. A good Vikings setup here. They played it out wide and just continued to move it freely. Levesque was in space and had the presence of mind to go for the wrist shot from the left hand. But in the end, the Blackhawks stop it right there as the Vikings win another face-off. People hoist it back outside the house now. Players congesting that area by the inside board. Grover got cleaned up by Moffat. Good rebound, however. It goes towards Spencer. Rebounded. The Blackhawks threw Cuthbert away. Cuthbert escaping the 2-on-1, but he couldn't escape Captain Kudler. Nice body check by Kudler. That gives the Vikings a clear edge. But the Blackhawks, good defensive intercept. They've nailed down a couple of good ones tonight so far. About 6 minutes into this first period. CD Dodd scoreboard reading 0-all. Both sides going in at a frantic pace in this round 22 clash. Open ice pass towards the goal line. Piefer and Sack contesting for it, but it'll be an icing call. As you may have seen on our Perth Premier League Facebook page last week, an update in regards to the season. Just while we're on this stoppage, the grand final series now pushed back a week. So the third game, if required, will be on October the 1st rather than September 24th. But we've got more action to come in 2021 as the Blackhawks win the face-off. It comes out to Davidson. He's had a few possessions early on, and now they open it up. Neal, 2-on-2. Players go down. One of them was Natman. Davidson tried to go cross-ice to Sack. But Sack couldn't get the tip in to go. He's got Davidson out in the open. Players roaming at the back of the park. The Blackhawks can play it to the goal line. It's a 2-on-1 again. They've got space clear, the Blackhawks. Davidson couldn't get control, but defended by Natman. Jackson, who's playing with number 55, Harry Jackson, that is. Is it free? And Jackson losing his stick in the process. There's still a stick vacated. Riding the check well was a Blackhawks defender, and now they're away. Kazala, cross ice. It was a blind pass. Cooper will mop it up and play it wide. Levesque. A little high stick there. Not called. Cooper tried to go through the legs of his opponent. A blind pass. Davidson. Oh, that was Campbell, rather. He just lost control and fell. Hamilton, slap shot. Great save off the glove. Smart. Hoisted high. Hamilton and Levesque, the two targets for the Vikings. Kazala and Grover for the Blackhawks. Open ice pass out towards the line. Going to be steadily manned by Kudler. McDonald. Beautiful cross-ice pass out wide to Hamilton. They're gaining valuable ground. Levesque, cross-ice out towards McDonald. Couldn't execute it this time. He had space in front. And playing the puck to the doorstep did McDonald. Another turnover for the Vikings. Hamilton from the edge. Good save off the pads by Smart. And the whistle will blow. Just off the barrier above. And we'll have a face-off. CD Dodd replay. The Vikings had 3 turnovers in that. But as we see here, Hamilton, good rebound of the puck, but their shot was towards the left-hand side of the net. But Smart just had good enough leg reach inside the crease to make the save. Be Davidson and Hamilton again. Davidson pushes it forward. Piefer mops up towards the slot. Grover and Hamilton. Hamilton well played, but it's Grover who mops it up. Good breakout. Stopped in his tracks by Captain Kudler. Backhander towards the goal line. Piefer and Whelan contesting for it. Piefer won it out. Pushes forward to McDonald. Out wide. A cross-ice pass to Hamilton. Not this time. Piefer rebounds on defensive ice. But he got hesitant. Whelan, he was told to go back. He was offside, according to the refs. He wasn't allowed to take it, so risky one there. But it allowed the Vikings to take the puck back to their offensive zone. Unfortunately, play stopped in his tracks. And both sides will make a few changes on the fly now. Spencer takes it back in. The Blackhawks clear the defensive slot. Kazale out to Whelan. Good checking by Natman. Holman from defensive ice. He gets it out towards the Vikings attacking zone now. Sedenko out to Moffat. It's high, but over the crossbar and onto the net above. Vikings have it back on their defensive zone through Sedenko. Live from the Perth Ice Arena. Still 0-all, 9.5 minutes to go if you're just joining us for the first time. In this round 22 clash, now an extended season, 24 rounds rather than 23. Sedenko went cross-ice, but only Blackhawks occupying that mid-slot area. And now they're away again. Cross-ice now, good executed pass, finding Robson. Tries to pierce his way through the defence, and that was Williams, rather. Sedenko played out wide to Moffat. Good backhander out to Spencer. Nice side check, Williams. Working hard to retrieve the puck. Sedenko, long cross-ice pass. Kudla's out in the open. Transfers it to the mid-slot. Goes for the wrist shots. Just over the crossbar. Brilliantly executed by the Vikings to tempt the Blackhawks to go deep into that defensive slot and leave Kudla nice and open. Unfortunately, couldn't convert on the scoreboard. That's one of two solid chances that the Vikings had on the outside zone. Kudla again. Loses it. Gets it back quickly. Pushes it back to Dwayne Piefer, who scored himself a double last week, and he was involved in pretty much everything, including conceding an unnecessary penalty. Jackson. Wide to Cooper. Cross-ice pass opens it up to Spencer. Spencer shoots. Good save, Charlie Smart outside the crease. Again, these setups by the Vikings been about moving the puck freely, penetrating the centre of the slot, but not being able to convert on the scoreboard. Charlie Smart's giving him a few headaches. The two number 11s go at it. Cooper wins out, pushes back to right point. And that's where Kudla's keeping himself occupied. Oh! A few Blackhawks players falling down. Davidson was one of them. Kudla will play it with the backhand out to Piefer. Good play there by the Vikings back onto their offensive zone. Chalaru off the post. That's going to allow Jackson to capitalise. No, not this time. Smart. Catching every Blackhawks lucky star in that passage. That's passed by Chalaru. Went off the post. It was an errant pass. It went off the right post. Jackson was first to it and could have gotten the second chance tip in to open the scoring, but not to be this time. So it'll be a face-off on the outer circle. Davidson and Hamilton this time. Davidson thrusts it back. Robson will get it out to Whelan on the opposite side. Holman will rebound. Out wide, Levesque behind the goal line. It goes to Hamilton. Tried to play it with the backhand. Kazala. Good breakaway. Contained by Levesque. Shoots. Off the left pad to Smart. Vikings again have it on their offensive zone. Oh, did one of the players get tripped up? Yes, he did. And that was McDonald who got tripped up And the referee's called it right on the spot. And that is against Davidson. We'll take it to the CD Dodd replay of that. Referee was right in front of that incident there as we see McDonald tripped up by the stick of Davidson there. Referee right in front making the call, and this time it'll be 5-on-4 in favour of the Vikings. And the second Shutterguard power plays for the game thus far. Of course, Shutterguard, great supporters of WA sport, manufacturing German roller shutter since 1989 as McDonald goes for the slap shot from left point. It's just off the net. And the clock will continue to run. Remember, 20 minutes for the first and second periods, and 15 minutes plus stoppage for the last. Still 0-0 with 5.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Piefer play it out wide. What can they manufacture here? Piefer, slap shot off the pads of Smart. Charlie Smart's played it well. Open ice pass. Open ice pass where Kudla will take it out and get the Vikings moving. McDonald, good stick checking by the defence, but that was equally as good. Out to Levesque, backhander. Just too deep, Hamilton. Cross ice to Kudla. Good save, Smart. McDonald, the third chance. Charlie Smart's giving him some headaches again. Open ice pass from way out yonder. It comes out from Williams. And an icing call. Referee's just deliberating with a couple of the players. Look from the naked eye, an icing call. There was an open ice pass from 2 lines beyond. Referee's just talking to one of the players. It's Hamilton, and he's going to go into the penalty box as well. And you heard there, 2 minutes for Hamilton.
Fucking bullshit. Slashed fucking crocodile.
Illegal blocking call, I was told, yes. Moffat, good rebound. He's on the breakaway, but greatly defended by Robson. Magnificent play. Another open ice pass towards the goal line, and it'll be an icing call, and that will kill off the penalty for the Blackhawks just like that. Davidson will be allowed back on unless he goes back to the bench. But there is still penalty time for Hamilton for what appeared to be a little bit of back chat as well, but turned out to be an illegal block. Moffat wins the face-off, pushes it back. Kudla from right point, and again off the pads of Smart. Inside the crease, he's been brilliant so far. Moffat with the backhand just off the pads of Smart once again. Grover bypassing the puck from his teammate. Sedenko with the backhand. Holman is the only one there. Backhander back to Sedenko. Cross ice to Moffat from the slot. Gently cupped in by Charlie Smart inside the crease.
Take your time, take your time.
CD Dodd replay on that save. Look at how Holman just waited for that puck to be loose. Nice ditch to Sedenko. The assist came in for Moffat. Moffat with the slap shot. But again, Charlie Smart playing like a brick wall tonight. Inside the goal crease. Knappman goes long from right point. It's just off the pads. And another face-off will ensue with 2.5 minutes to go. And that's on the CD Dodd scoreboard. No goals have been added in this first period, but another chance for the Vikings to possibly change all that. This time the face-off won by Kazala. The Blackhawks can steady. Beautiful cross-ice pass, it comes out. They got Kazala inside the mid-slot. Sack. Forced behind the goal line, that's good defending. Is he going to go for the wrist shot himself? No. Davidson, he has Sack pushing forward inside the slot, but Radcliffe Smith stops him in his tracks. Kazala and Sack, Grover's in there as well. And the penalty also killed off for the Vikings, for the Blackhawks as well, and the Vikings. So Hamilton's allowed back on. It's back to 5-on-5 for the last minute and a half. The long shot came in from Grover. And inside the crease, easily clutched in by Dylan. And as we see here on the CD Dodd replay, very crucial play. The Blackhawks found an opening on left point. Came into Grover, slap shot, had the power. Dylan Dewar clutching it in inside the crease. He was in great position to make the save. Hamilton and Davidson. It's Hamilton who pushes it back. Kudla off the boards. That's a well-executed pass from Kudla, the captain. I have to say, playing some of his best ice hockey of this season since he was appointed captain, and it comes back his way. Good pass. McDonald breaks free. Levesque out to Hamilton. Over the crossbar. McDonald in front. He's got Whelan for company, but the Vikings have it again. Hamilton from the slot. Backhander. Smart goes down. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving after that save. Hamilton getting involved with Williams and Grover. Luckily, not conceding another penalty. Things got heated not long after that. And as we see on the CD Dodd replay, McDonald getting a little hand check there. Hamilton went for the wrist shot, went for the backhander, but Smart going in down low, and then a couple of Blackhawks players not too happy with what happened afterwards. 10 seconds to go. Davidson clears it out of the defensive zone. Robson with 4 seconds. Cross ice. But the Vikings safeguard it through Kudla on the defensive zone. The buzzer goes to end the opening period. Both teams went in fast and frantic. The tempo has been nothing short of brilliant, although no goals have been added to the scoreboard after the first 20 minutes of play. It is 0-0 between the Blackhawks and the Vikings in this round 22 clash. We'll be back with all the second period action from the Perth Ice Arena.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena. First half ending scoreless, first period rather, ending scoreless after the first 20 minutes as we take it to the CD Dodd highlights. Of course, our broadcast sponsored by CD Dodd, our title sponsors, and also Shutterguard. Both sides really came in hard and fast in the first few minutes of this game. Both sides moving the puck freely, though it was back and forth in the midway point of the first period. The play from Hamilton, Williams, and even Isaac Davis, when he got plenty of the puck in the first 20 minutes, was really magnificent. Unfortunately for both sides, they haven't been able to convert on the scoreboard. In that first 20 minutes, Hamilton had a few chances for the Vikings, so did Zdenko and David Kudla, who's kept playing the game from right point and looking for those slap shots towards the net. Charlie Smart has given the Vikings attack a few headaches in this matchup so far. As we take you back live to centre ice at the Perth Ice Arena as the teams gather for the start of the second period. The Blackhawks, in contrast to last week, they went in with a more ferocious brand. They played the slow tempo game last week and they've completely switched that around. Spencer and Kazala will start things off for the second period. Both teams looking to add that first goal on the board. Cross-ice pass out into the open. Williams guards it well in that defensive zone. He plays it to the boards. It's Zdenko. Mop it up with the turnover. Goes back to Kudla. He's alternated between right-hand point on the offensive zone and the central defensive zone. And the referees waved the hand up. Someone's been tripped up. Advantage will be paid to the Blackhawks, but it'll immediately end. And there was a trip up as a result. In fact, it's against the Blackhawks, rather. And it was Kazala who was the culprit in that. And the third Shatterguard power play will be in effect. And the Vikings will be heavily favoured by this situation, not only 5-on-4, but it's in their attacking zone. Hamilton and Sack. Hamilton wins out. Kudla finds some space. He shoots. Ricochet off a few Vikings players. Smart goes down. Hamilton in there in the slot. But a fine save on his back, Charlie Smart. And getting a nice round of applause from the Blackhawks bench. He's often made those saves on his knees inside the crease, but fell down towards his back and was still able to keep his eye on the puck, as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Vikings straight away found a chance off the face-off. Kudla slap shot, but that was brilliant. Second chance went in from Hamilton. And Kudla, going down, was able to make the save with the left glove. As we take you back live now, it's behind the goal line. Levesque recovers towards McDonald inside the slot, but again, Charlie Smart reaching out to make the save. That's two good saves in the first minute of this second period. Charlie Smart, he's been magnificent before this game. An SV percentage of .908 after 15 games. An incredible average that he has had thus far in the 2021 season. Spencer out to Hamilton over the crossbar. That's two good chances for Hamilton. McDonald. Cross ice to Kudla. Now McDonald has it again. Slowing things down now. McDonald went cross ice. Levesque was out in the open to look for that second chance tip in, but to no avail. Another puck travelling all the way back to the Vikings defensive zone, where Kudla will play it along the boards now. And here they go. Hamilton. Kudla finds an opening, goes to the slot, and again missing to the right post. Campbell rather. Cross ice. Sack. Breaks free. Hoists it to his advantage. Great play by Sack, but just lost control at the last moment. And Captain Kudla leading from the front. Out to Moffat. No offside. Moffat shoots. Great save, Smart. And just at the right time for the Blackhawks too, because the penalty will be killed off. As we go to the CD Dodd replay, great setup by Kudla from the defensive zone. He played it along the boards, and that's where Moffat was out in the open. Good enough for the referee to let that one go. And Moffat went for the shot, but unfortunately not to the back of the net. The Vikings have got the advantage early, given how many chances that they've had on their offensive zone. Blackhawks, what can they do to get the ledger back their way? Natman, panicked at the last moment. Blind pass favouring Cuthbert. Along the boards. Nice body checking by the Vikings there, and it's going to save their bacon. Puck flicked back towards the crease, and Dylan Dewar will freeze the play. Both sides in shutout form at the moment in terms of their goaltenders. Dewar and Smart at the other end. Davidson pushes it to the left. Moffat will flick it out to Natman, and it's behind the goal line. Vikings are moving it very well. Piefer and Moffat. It's out towards right point for the Vikings. Robson plays it wide. Grover goes through one. Pass two. Oh, just lost control there, but stopped. Was able to put the brakes on in time. Grover, long shot, just wide of the left-hand side. Natman rebounds it to Moffat. And Moffat didn't get all of that one in towards centre ice. Blind pass turned over. Grover finding Robson. Robson with a breakout from defence. Just needed Cuthbert to get out of the way there. Maintains possession. Robson goes for the cross-ice pass, but it bypassed Cuthbert. He'll get it this time. Off the boards. Just looking for Cuthbert to break out towards the slot. But it was poorly executed. Natman, clever backhander. Jackson on the outer wing. Lost control. Robson didn't get all of it, but it found Davidson. Tries to flick it out wide to Whelan back on centre ice, but it was rebounded by Cooper. Jackson penetrating the centre of the slot. Jackson, ricochet off Robson, but Jackson will rebound it. Off the boards to Spencer. He went cross ice. He was looking for Cooper. 2-on-1 in favour of the Vikings. Jackson forced to the goal line. Great play, finding Cooper. Now backhanded to Jackson, trying to suck the Blackhawks in towards the goal line. Long one towards Cooper. Cooper went for the mid-air tip-in, but didn't time it well. And now Cooper has the puck. Kudla's sitting there on right point. He's waiting for it. But Cooper's going to go behind the goal line. And again, the Vikings maintain it on their offensive zone. Williams, good frontal check. Sack. Sets himself up for the breakout. Bit of physical stuff going on between he and Jackson. Rebounded by the Vikings. McDonald has it. Oh, tries to get complete control of it, but lost it to Williams briefly. 2-on-1 along the boards. McDonald, great play by McDonald. Shoots it, ricochet off Spencer and onto the net above. Again, the Vikings are playing with the Blackhawks pressure, but they're just not executing on the scoreboard. As we see on the CD Dodd replay, the Vikings kept the puck locked in on that offensive zone, and the Blackhawks under tremendous pressure at the moment. Here, McDonald just snuck in and took it right from underneath. He just could not get that one to go to the back of the net, so the Blackhawks can count another lucky star in that one. Out of the face-off, it's pushed back to centre ice. Kudla plays it wide. Back into the centre. Levesque in front to Hamilton. Back onto centre ice. He's looking for that breakout opportunity. Well played by Hamilton. Got cleaned up by Chalaru, but that was inadvertent. Referee will say, get on with it. Good play by McDonald. Great start of this game. Slap shot by Levesque wide of the post. Levesque just pushing Chalaru out of the way for good measure. And he gets his own back. This time from Kazala. 1-on-1 with McDonald. Now turns into a 2-on-2. Levesque wins it. Finds some space on the mid-slot, but he's forced back. He couldn't get complete control of it. It allows Kudla to gather. Levesque. Oh, almost the tip in by Piefer. Would have been his third goal in 2 games, but the Blackhawks emerge with it. Look at Sack. He's got Grover and Campbell out in the open. He elects to go to Kazala. Kazala shoots. Just short. 3 Vikings players emerge with it in that defensive scramble. It comes out to Sedenko. Playing it along the boards. Kudla went to the bench. Well, that was a mistimed change. And that allowed the Blackhawks to rebound around the defensive zone. Grover plays it back to Sack. Kazala. Open ice pass from way out yonder. But only 3 Vikings players will occupy that one. Out onto centre ice. 2-on-1. Again, Hamilton and Levesque causing a few headaches. Hamilton penetrating the slot. He didn't get a lot of support. It was 3 Blackhawks around him. He maintains control. He's in front of Cuthbert. Keeps the puck. Hamilton out to Sedenko. Down low goes Smart and makes the save. Well, a very exciting passage from both sides, I must say. Mostly dished out by the Vikings, who have got control of the puck and have got it locked in their offensive zone. Second period thus far belonging to the Vikings with that in mind. 11 and a half minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. The Vikings looking a lot more eager to score that first goal. But the Blackhawks defence still giving them a real chink. Grover rebounds it, tries to push it back onto their attacking zone, but it's going to be Holman. Out to Sedenko. Sedenko breaks free. Great play by Sedenko. Sedenko out wide. Backhander onto Natman. Along the boards. Smart pulls out of the goalie net of the goalie crease. Lucky to come back in. Cuthbert. Oh, avoids the check. Great sidestep. Davidson shoots just wide of the crossbar. Off the plexiglass. And now the Vikings are hounding that lone Blackhawk in Whelan. Whelan plays it towards the goal line. Slap shot. Nobody home. And that was from Grover. Oh, Robson rather. Blackhawks have it again. What can they do? He's got Campbell. But from the edge, towards the slot. Davidson looking for the tip in, but to no avail. What can Davidson do? He loses it out to Natman. Along the sideboards, it goes only as far as Grover. Halfway through this second period, still no goals, but both sides eager to score. Maybe scoreless at the moment, but you can't say both sides have not been desperate. But they certainly have been. Robson and Grover combining on that defensive zone. They get it back. Robson's in front, but they hesitated onto who should get it. Eventually, Grover does get it back, the Blackhawks captain. They just need to find a way to manufacture a movement out of that defensive zone. Nice check on Kudla by Kazala. Does he maintain the advantage? No, just loses his balance. Inside the slot goes Campbell, doesn't get that one. And the referee blowing the whistle. Campbell looked to have been tripped up. That was on the legs. The referee right in front there, and that is against Kudla. And so the captain of the Vikings side will spend 2 minutes in the penalty box. And another Shutterguard power play will be in effect now. Tripped up his opponent with the stick, according to the referee, with Kudla, and I'll have to agree with him. So another power play in effect thanks to Shutterguard. That's the 4th of the night thus far. Natman and Sack. Both sides putting on the pressure. Williams from left point off the pads of Dewar. Sack rebounds. On the outside now he goes. Sack, clever backhander. Onto Williams. Shoots off the gloves of Dewar this time. And now the Blackhawks are starting to get the chances going. Sack on his own on centre point. Shoots off the crossbar. Oh, how lucky can you get? Grover from the right post this time. 5 chances already for the Blackhawks in the last 30 seconds of active play. And this come after the Vikings had their own period of control on the offensive zone. Williams putting on the pressure. Now Crochet will recycle this one. Grover. Backhander towards the goal line now. The Blackhawks looking to manufacture another chance. Grover from right point. He takes it to the centre. It's high, but onto the net above. Blackhawks really playing the pressure game at the moment. They've kept the puck locked in their attacking zone for the last couple of minutes. And this is an immediate response after the Vikings had their own period of control.
No one said anything, so I didn't even know there was a guy there. Yeah, someone needs to say it was silent, man. No one even fucking said heads up.
Open ice pass will instantly be recovered by Sack. Great breakout from Sack, but curtailed. Hamilton flicks it back onto centre ice. Grover, beautiful direct pass onto Sack, who gets checked out there by Cooper. Cooper, beautiful long pass back onto centre ice. Hamilton flicks it forward. McDonald, backhander to Kudla, who's just finished off his time in the penalty box. It's been killed off. Holman will steady things down. Now again, they're going to try and move it out wide and find some space. Kudla. It's 6 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Cooper and Kudla exchanging possession. Hamilton. Can they get a chance going here? Hamilton, good control. Keeps his composure. That was brilliantly done to get the pass out to McDonald. McDonald forced back, however. The Blackhawks getting quite cagey in that defensive zone. Kudla. Great speed, but the referee's blown a whistle. And that puts a stop to the Vikings' run. Just while we're at this stoppage, just got a message from Kyle Binstead. How you going, Kyle? Where is the commentator watching from, at the rink or only over video? Well, I'm at the rink, just by the corner. So yes, I am at the rink. This is, I'm not calling remotely, but the team at Front Row Screen's doing a great job putting the broadcast together from base. Referee's got the hand up in the meantime. Advantage waved off. Vikings now have it inside their attacking zone, but it's turned over. Cuthbert, he's away. Oh, but he's stopped in his tracks. Kudla, good pressure on the defensive zone. He flicks it out. Piefer, he's on the right path. His pass was towards Spencer. He's got control, but he's pressured by Robson. Good defence by the number 7. Cuthbert goes down. Sedenko. Good play. Keeps it in front. Deep in the slot. Referee waves off the penalty. Whelan and Sedenko. Whelan pushes it out to Davidson. Cuthbert back to Davidson. Davidson just out of his reach. Sedenko. Beautiful pass out there towards his teammate in Moffat. Moffat goes for it. Bobbles out of the hands. And Charlie Smart rescues the puck from going over the line. Another lucky strike for the Blackhawks as we see on the replay. Thanks to CD Dodd. Turnover came in. Sedenko. Moffat completely took the Blackhawks by surprise there. Went for the shot. Thought he had it in, but turns out no. Charlie Smart making some great saves under pressure so far in this game. Davidson and Kazala. Davidson won it out. The shot came in from Jackson, but well wide of the post. Sack pushes it forward. And now the Blackhawks will look to manufacture a chance here. Now they can. They open it up to Sack on the outer wing. Vikings defensemen need to get pushing. Sack, Grover, wide of the right post. Natman plays it out to Holman. And now they've got a few targets pushing forward. Jackson keeps it nicely steady with the skate, but not enough. However, referee's blown the whistle. And it's offside. And that'll be a face-off just by the baseline. With less than 3 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard, both sides have been desperate to score. If you're just joining us for the first time on Front Row Screen Sport, on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page. But no goals have been added. The Blackhawks have it from the face-off. Sack finds some space out wide, but it's a 2-on-1 he's got against him. Natman cleans Sack out. And the Vikings have the opportunity to clear from their defensive zone. Icing call waved off. Williams gets it out. But the Vikings have that turnover going. Levesque. His shot ricochet off Williams, but the Vikings will get it back almost over the glass. Holman keeps it in front, gets cleaned out to the boards. Hamilton, backhander, out there to Levesque, almost. Levesque still isolating on the low slot. Turnover, Holman has space, backhander to McDonald. Trying to sweep that one towards the net. Inside goes Hamilton, and Hamilton breaks the duck for the Vikings. They had to persevere there. And the Vikings get the first one on the board as we see on the replay. McDonald, Levesque and Hamilton just kept low. And as we see here, Hamilton from the corner, he had to take every risk possible. And the risk was certainly worth it for Sean Hamilton. He gets the first one of the game. And they lead it 1-0 with a minute and a half to go in this second period. That one's really taken the Vikings by surprise in the context of this game. Even Stevens on the face-off, but the Blackhawks emerge with it. Williams goes from way out yonder. In midair, Kudla stops it in its tracks. Holman got front on check. Got a frontal check there. Vikings have it again. Sedenko out the back. Flicks it. Spencer just couldn't get that one to go. Davidson will turn it over for the Blackhawks. Good breakout. Shoots just wide of the right post. You get a fingertip from Duar's glove. 40 seconds to go on the CD Dodd score, but it's a 1-0 lead to the Vikings. Both teams been very desperate to score. Dare I say it, if both sides had converted on solid opportunities a bit more, maybe it could have been at least a 9-goal thriller, considering how desperate both sides have been. And the Vikings, with Cooper being stopped by the referee for offside. And there was a call made by one of the Blackhawks defensemen who waved his hand in ruling that one, and they get it. That's an icing call as well. And there's the buzzer. That'll be the last of it. So that late goal by the Vikings puts them in control, but the Blackhawks cannot be ruled out of this one. They've played some solid defence, but the third period will tell the tale of the game. It is 1-0 to the Vikings after 2. And we'll be back with the third and final period here at the Perth Ice Arena short.
Shatterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shatterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena. We're in for a sensational finish to this first game of round 22. It is a 1-0 lead to the Vikings. And if you're just joining us, that goal scored by Sean Hamilton deep inside the low slot on the right-hand side to give the Vikings that 1-0 lead. And just before we go to the highlights, quick shout-out to Mark S. Gordon, who's commented, top league in state leagues at the moment. The National League suspended at the moment because of COVID. You're exactly right, Mark. Of course, no National League this season, but we really appreciate your support. The WA League running very strong indeed, a very exciting competition. As we go to the CD Dodd highlights for the first two periods, again, it was back and forth when the puck was locked in, both sides attacking zone. They've been playing with a lot of aggression and a lot of pressure, both sides, and they've been very desperate to score. When the Blackhawks and Vikings get those easy rebounds out of the defensive zone, they're not afraid to take the risk. And both sides have certainly proven that. Only one goal has been scored, but dare I say it, this game, given how fast-paced it has been, how fluent it's been from both sides, it should have been warranting a 9-10 goal shootout. But the Vikings have that advantage, 1-0, with 15 minutes still to go. Remember, 15 minutes in stoppage time. And so anything can still happen in this third and final period. The Vikings looking for their 6th win of the season, and the Blackhawks looking for their 4th. Remember, if the Vikings win, third place will safely be in their keeping. The final two teams on the ladder will not catch them. And now, there is a little bit going on here. It looks as though one of the Vikings players is going to start in the penalty box. It is Cooper. And so the Blackhawks will start with the advantage of 5-on-4. See, as a result of one of the incidents late in the second period. So the Blackhawks will start with a nice advantage their way. Hamilton and Kazala will start things off for this third and final period. It's been a cracking contest. So hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a grandstand finish. Grover loses it to Kudla, who just goes for the open ice pass, which the Vikings would want to do to chew off the penalty time. Remember, 15 minutes in stoppage time in third periods under PPL rules. On the far boards, well played by the Vikings to get that one back. Hamilton starting to catch fire this late. Plays it back to the offensive goal line. And the Blackhawks, they come again. Drover goes past two. To the right point, keeps his balance. Will he go cross ice? He does, but it ricocheted off Dewar's pads, and it went high. Rover was intending to go to Campbell. That could have been a big opportunity for the Blackhawks to set up the play. And now they're being forced back. Williams almost loses it to Levesque. Backhander, sets up Hamilton, goes for it off the Panthers mark. Clever backhand it was too by Levesque to set up Hamilton on the breakout. Levesque. He has Kudla as a target. Plays it along the boards. Will he go for the slap shot? He does. Levesque in midair. Hamilton from behind. Goes for the centre. Levesque. No, not this time. Look to have made it 2-0. Kazala waiting for that support. He's got it in the form of Tomic Sack. Out wide to Campbell. Nice backhander. He's affected some rock-solid passes tonight as Campbell, but the Vikings have it turned over, but the referee has blown a whistle. 1.5 minutes into this last period. 1-0. The Vikings lead thanks to that lone goal by Sean Hamilton. Referee's just deliberating. And Hamilton's going to go back in the box again. They'll make that 5-on-3 for about 20 seconds.
Sorry, we play against the refs, boys.
With the Shutterguard power play still in effect,
Sorry, boys. Hey,
there will be an extra 2 minutes of power play time. And that'll be to the Blackhawks' advantage. All they have to do is convert and get a score on the board. Vikings are not going to make it easy, you can bet that. So for a while, it'll be 5-on-3 for at least 20 seconds.
Get someone to go on from that end.
Ghazala and McDonald. Ghazala wins out. He can use that extra space. Sack from right point over the crossbar. Campbell again, he's going to play it wide, but they concede some territory. Sack from the defensive line. Sack takes control. He's got that extra space to great advantage. They go to Grover. 5-on-4 it is now. But it's still in penalty conditions. Kudla. Open ice pass towards the defensive zone for the Blackhawks, but no icing call. That's being waved off now. Smart will set up for Ghazala, who's going to man it behind the goal line and now start to press on. Blackhawks desperate for an equaliser. Oh, good solid check by McDonald. Takes his Blackhawks opponent out. But Williams retains it for the Blackhawks. And again McDonald. He's going on a checking frenzy. Moffat. Rebound. Slap shot. Cross ice McDonald. Good rebound, but just loses it. Went to an invalid target. The Blackhawks looking to recover this one, but the unfavourable rebound from the boards will help out the Vikings here. Kudla along the sideboards on the outer wing. And again, no icing call. Half a minute to go in both the power plays. The Vikings looking to kill a second one in a row. Cross ice, Blackhawks have got numbers around the zone there. Zdenko lays it out. Grover, he can open it up. Robson from left point, goes cross ice. Oh, in the slot, the left-hand side was open. Oh, heavy check inflicted on Cuthbert. The Blackhawks have it back. 5 seconds of penalty time to go. Cuthbert gets it back to Robson. Penalties back and killed off. Killed off again. Now the power plays are killed off. The Vikings can go back to full strength now. On the left point, the puck is stranded. 2-on-2. But the Blackhawks drag it out. And open things up. Open ice pass towards the goal line. Icing call. That's not what the Blackhawks wanted. They had plenty of it in the first few minutes. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to capitalise on those chances and get that leveller. Cracking finish we have in store. We're glad that you've enjoyed the game so far. There's still a lot more great action to come. Don't forget the Sharks are taking on the reigning champions, the Flyers Blue, at approximately 9 o'clock. So make sure you stay with us on front row screens on our Facebook and YouTube pages as Levesque loads up from the slot. Couldn't get that one. McDonald on the rebound. McDonald out wide. Kudla still from behind the goal line. McDonald looking for an option. Levesque bobbles out from the mid-slot. The Blackhawks recover. On to centre ice now. Blackhawks recover. Kudla from out in front. Almost lost it out to Davidson. Hamilton recovers the puck for the Vikings. Levesque towards the goal crease and Smart stones it in. CD Dodd replay will show the Blackhawks recovery. And again, losing the puck as quickly as they got it. Hamilton from wide on the offensive wing. Got that shot, but just didn't have enough power. Vikings win it. Off the face-off. They go towards the slot. Spencer had the cross-ice pass well in control, but no one to go to. Blackhawks have it now. Campbell realised the pressure he was in and pushed the puck back to keep it his way. He does it again. That's great play by Campbell. Looking for the setup. Out towards Williams. No! Saved by Dewar. That was a fine setup. Campbell went with the wide pass out to Williams, who had open space on the right-hand side of the house. But as we see here on the CD Dodd replay, Williams, he was just on his own there. No one was directly across him. That could have resulted in a Blackhawks equaliser, but the presence of mind of Dewar, the sharp eye, good save. Kazala turns it over. The Vikings are getting a little panicky, but they're still able to rescue the puck. Spencer, Moffat. Moffat, what can he do from the corner of the slot? Moffat, inside the house. Moffat scores! Well, just like Allen, Chris Moffat reaping the rewards, and the Vikings double their advantage. As we go to the CD Dodd replay, set up along the wings. Moffat, fine solo effort, breaks free, transfers to the right-hand side. And as he goes down, gets it to the back of the net. And the Vikings double the advantage. So Moffat has one to go along with Hamilton. And it is now a 2-0 lead for the Vikings with 9.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. That certainly is a stinger for the Blackhawks as Cooper wins the face-off against Davidson. Pushes it back. Kudla. Hoisted up by Spencer. Smart pulls out of the crease just briefly. Jackson. Jackson goes for it. Rebounded by a couple of Vikings players and a little bit of heat being exchanged. Spencer and Williams. Players getting involved now with a few pleasantries being exchanged there. And the referee's just calming things down very quickly. And play will go on. The two number 11s will be at it again. Time the Blackhawks win it out. Jackson from the right-hand side. And again, Charlie Smart saving it. Dylan Dewar on the other end. He's had himself a good night. Could be likely to get a shutout if the Vikings keep playing the way they are in attack. Blackhawks by no means out of it. 9.5 minutes to go, but they need a score as a third save made by Smart. As we go to Dewar and Smart in their net tender comparison, Dewar has not had a shutout this season, and Smart has had 3 in the battle of the goaltenders this season between these two. As the Blackhawks rebounded, the shot came in from Robson, but wide of the left post. It was well set up too. Cuthbert on the edge. Does he go for it? He does, but just got stick-checked by Piefer. Rebounded by Kudla on to Spencer. Cross-ice pass. Jackson and Kudla are targets, but in front is Grover. And now the Blackhawks can set things up now. Finding an opening there is Whelan along the boards. Whelan up against Kudla. Both stuck to the boards, but emerging with it is Kudla. Whelan losing the stick in the process. And it's lodged on the sideboards now. He's not even going to retrieve it. McDonald on his own on the low slot. Couldn't get that one in time. McDonald and Hamilton deep in the slot for the Vikings. Looking for an option. Levesque going towards the slot. McDonald with the tip in. No! Smart with a good save to his right. And we'll have a slight delay with Whelan's hockey stick being lodged on the barrier. Now they get it off as we go on the CD Dodd replay. Hamilton backhanded to Levesque. Went to the right-hand side. Third chance by McDonald. All saved well by Charlie Smart. Another face-off. Hamilton up against Gazala. Hamilton wins out. McDonald on the left hand. It's to no avail. Holman bounces it off the end boards. Hamilton, who's visited the penalty box twice tonight. Hamilton from right hand of the house. Couldn't get that one to go. Open ice pass. Instantly covered by Holman. Cross ice pass to Hamilton. Does he find enough space inside the slot? Safeguarded. Levesque off the post. Grover and Levesque. Levesque won it. just lost control at the last moment. And now the Vikings gather it back. Wozlevek tripped up. Refs say no. Sack. Under pressure from Natman. Sack keeps the puck in front, loses his footing, and that allows Natman to swoop in and turn that one over. Natman's cross-ice pass, almost a blind one, but well recovered by McDonald. McDonald penetrating the slot, goes for it, and McDonald scores! And that further seals it for the Vikings. 3-0 the scoreline. That looks unassailable now. And Jamie McDonald gets another one. That is his 7th of the season from 13 games. As we go to the CD Dodd replay. Good recovery by McDonald rather. McDonald took the puck wide, found some space on the slot, and a lovely backhand to the back of the net. And that gives the Vikings the 3rd one of the night. 3-0. They've scored 2 in the last period alone. Maybe that goal late in the second period may have fired them up. The Blackhawks not giving in at this stage. They will not go down without a fight, but the Vikings have got that surge of momentum their way since the end of the second. Save comes in smart, ricochet off his pads, and it goes onto the net above. And another face-off will ensue. So with this lead the Vikings have got, which looks certainly unassailable now, the Vikings will have 3rd place in their keeping. They will not be caught. Even if they lose the final 2 matches and the Blackhawks win their final 2 matches, they will not be caught. And so the Vikings will have a top 3 spot and will play either the Flyers blue or the Flyers orange in a semi-final. And the Blackhawks will play either the Flyers blue or the Flyers orange in a semi-final. Depending on if they keep 4th place, of course, because the Sharks are breathing down their neck and they are still to play tonight against the reigning champions. This one certainly will take in a lot of interest given the form of the Sharks over the last couple of months. Referees waving the hand up, looking for a penalty call, and it'll be made. And that is against the Blackhawks for an infraction. And it looks as though it is going to be, I think it's Williams by the looks of things. And that'll be a power play in favour of the Vikings. This will further cement their momentum if they can get a score on the board. 5-on-4 advantage their way. 2 goals alone in the last period. The Blackhawks still haven't scored. Hamilton down low won the face-off. It goes out to Cooper. Keeping it on right point. Levesque back to Cooper. And now the Vikings just steadily controlling things now. Slap shot from McDonald. Didn't get all of it. Levesque rebounds on the right-hand side. Cross ice now. Back to McDonald. Didn't get all of that one. McDonald upended by Sack. Clever push forward by Sack onto Hamilton. Hamilton's got extra options. McDonald deep in the slot, but the Blackhawks rebound it. Open ice pass, no icing call. Dewar knew where that one was from way out yonder. Cooper. Levesque. Blind pass, turned over. Grover. Grover from the Waffle House, doesn't get that one to go. Hamilton. Rebound, beautiful cross-ice pass, McDonald. McDonald from the slot. Fine save, Charlie Smart. We go to the CD Dodd replay. And the whistle is blown. And there's a little bit going on here. I won't take you back live. There's a bit of jersey grabbing there. That was Grover and Hamilton as the whistle was blown. So the referee's just deliberating over that. Bit of a heated exchange as the replay was being shown, but no extra penalties will be called. And the decision that has been made will just be a face-off. So no penalties will be added. Just a little pleasant exchange it was there. The referee's calming it down immediately. Face-off on the inner wing of the attacking zone for the Blackhawks. It's being won by the Vikings. Moffat. Puck comes out. Holman has some space on the left-hand side of the house, wide of the left post. Moffat rebounds off the end boards. Still 40 seconds of penalty time for Davidson it is. Comes out towards the left side of the net. Sack, open ice pass, but instantly the Vikings will note that there will be two players. Moffat desperately clears it. Sedenko onto Holman. Sedenko gets it back now. Outside the house, what can Sedenko do? Almost loses it. Pushes it forward now. Spencer off the pad to Smart. The two number 21s going at it. Sack again pushes it out of the goal line. 3 seconds to go of the power play, and it will be killed off. Davidson will be allowed back on. In fact, he's going to the bench, and another Blackhawks teammate will take his place. Holman from the slot doesn't get that one to go. Open ice pass, poor option. Kudla went to go cross ice to Spencer, but it's turned over. Great presence by the Blackhawks. Campbell, 180 against Natman, but Natman ain't falling for that. Rebounded, back on the board, shoots. The shot came in from Kazala. That one was well wide of the post. Cross ice pass, running as far as 3 Vikings who safeguarded the slot. Back on the defensive zone for the Blackhawks. Williams. Out to Neal. For the last minute or so, turn up the volume. Soak in the sights and sounds of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. Sights and sounds of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League as Cooper steadily mans the puck on the defensive zone. Just wanting to chew as much time as they can. They know the Vikings have got this win sealed. Blackhawks rebound it. Campbell has some space inside the slot, just wide of the post. Campbell rebounded off the sideboards, lets it go immediately. Robson has Sack in front. Cross ice pass to vacant space. Piefer, open ice pass towards the defensive zone for the Blackhawks. And an icing call will be made. Go all the way back to the Blackhawks attacking zone with less than 2 minutes on the clock on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Scoreline is 3-0. Moffat, McDonald and Hamilton among the scorers. Hamilton scoring late in the second. Moffat and McDonald adding 2 goals in the third period alone, and that sees them with a 3-1 advantage, and that'll bring them to 6 wins from 17 games. Keep in mind they do have 4 ties this season, so more even record. Levesque, cherry picker off the slot, goes for it. In the end, Charlie Smart again making the save. Don't forget, coming up at about 9 o'clock, about 9:15, second game of round 22. The Sharks and the Flyers blue. First versus fifth. The Sharks, with this Blackhawks loss, can overtake the Blackhawks into 4th place on the ladder. Natman from centre point. Couldn't get that one to go. On the defensive slot, Levesque almost with an easy tip in. Blackhawks turn it over, however. Great play by Grover. Pierces the pack. Long shot. And to his left, Dylan Dewar. Does he let it go? No, he doesn't. He looked to have let that one go to Holman and Chapman, but he just kept that one in and stopped the clock. Face off with Hamilton and Robson. And Grover it is, rather. And Hamilton wins out. Hamilton, what a game he's played thus far. He's been in everything. Levesque from defensive ice. Piercing pass towards McDonald. He's under pressure from Williams. Good positioning by McDonald. He can set up Levesque, who was roaming free inside the slot, but he was under too much pressure. Robson almost got cleaned up. Referee got in the way there. And collided inadvertently with a player. As we go to the CD Dodd replay, something you don't see every day, a referee going down. And this is when the puck came out of that congestion and then wham. But the referee, they're a bunch of troopers, these great refs, and getting back up immediately and getting a nice pat on the back from his colleagues. Great to see. Great to see that from the players as well. So it's a face-off on the baseline with less than a minute to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. This game saw control being evenly spread in the first period, then in the second until the last minute when Sean Hamilton scored that goal late. And since then, it was a complete turnaround as the puck is deep in the slot. Grover looked to have got that tip in, but in the end, Dewar stopped it in his tracks. That goal from Hamilton, as I said, late in the second period, really turned it around in the Vikings' favour. And then the last two goals are being scored by the Vikings. CD Dodd replay that last passage. Inside tip in, looked to have been there from Grover, but to no avail. Back live now. Face-off being won by the Blackhawks, and the Vikings push it out of their defensive zone, but only as far as centre ice, where Sack has the puck, loses it immediately to Holman with half a minute left. Kudla plays it along the wings, and they're on again. Can he go cross ice? He does. Sedenko had a fresh airy there. One of those rare ones that he's had. Hoisted up. Back onto the defensive zone for the Vikings. And an icing call will be made inside the last 10 seconds of this game. And this will likely be the last of the action from the next face-off. Vikings have been nothing short of magnificent tonight. They were put under significant pressure in the first two periods by the Blackhawks, but then they turned it around in the last. Scored the only 3 goals of the game. Wow, lets that one go for Holman. As the seconds count down, the Vikings will have third place safely in their keeping. They were challenged early, but that late goal in the second period got things going. They scored 2 in a final burst and have rewarded themselves with a fine 3-0 win over the Blackhawks. And that sees the Blackhawks, last year's grand finalists, with the prospect of missing out in the finals altogether in 2021. But nothing to take away from this Vikings performance. They were nothing short of magnificent tonight. They withstood the pressure and the aggressive attack of the Blackhawks in the first period. Both sides had plenty of chances in the first 40 minutes of play. But then when Hamilton got that goal, the sting was in the tail as the Vikings turned things on in the final 15 minutes with 2 goals. McDonald and Hamilton. McDonald and Moffat, rather, getting those goals forward in the final 15 minutes of play. We see the CD Dodd highlights to wrap things up. That third period was where the Vikings asserted their authority. Players like Natman, Moffat, Holman, Sedenko and McDonald got effective usage of the puck and manufactured great chances from defence into attack. 2 of those goals coming from smooth transitions out of the defensive zone. And that's where players like Kudla, McDonald and also Sedenko were in terrific form all throughout the night. So the first game of round 22 goes the way of the Vikings 3-0 and they seal third place. They cannot be caught. As for the Blackhawks, well, it is all or nothing in the final 2 rounds. That loss has given the Perth Sharks a lifeline. Speaking of the Sharks, they are still to come and they take on the Flyers Blue, the reigning champions, in about 15-20 minutes time. We look forward to your company then. On behalf of Bailey, Ryan, Matt and the rest of the Front Row Screens team, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening from the Perth Ice Arena. But stay tuned in 15 minutes because we've got the Sharks and the Flyers Blue coming at you on Front Row Screens. We'll see you soon.